You went to law school to become a great lawyer, but here is the harsh reality. No one ever teaches you how to actually get clients. The result? Way too many small and medium-sized law firms struggle to survive. Not because of the quality of their legal work, but because they never learned the business of law. I'm Jeff Hampton, founder of Fulgham Hampton Criminal Defense Attorneys in Fort Worth, Texas, and I've been where you're at right now. When I started my practice in 2011, I thought I needed a good website, SEO, and I needed good reviews in order to get my phone to ring. But here's what law school didn't teach me: how to build an actual sales funnel and use modern marketing approaches that will bring me an evergreen list of continual clients. In this video, I'm going to show you how I used YouTube to bring my business an additional $2 million in revenue, and how this underutilized platform of YouTube can fundamentally transform your law firm. If you want to finally build the law firm that you've dreamed about, stick around, because most lawyers are missing out on this amazing opportunity. So how did I discover the power of YouTube and how it could transform my law firm? Well, from 2011 to 2020, I did what every other lawyer did. I spent my time trying to put together a great looking website, spent a lot of money on organic search engine optimization for Google, and I spent a ton of money on ads trying to outcompete so many of my other competitors that were all fishing for the same leads. Now, there were some months that I felt like I was absolutely winning. And let's be clear, I was growing our law firm. We added additional employees, some additional attorneys. But then Google would have some type of algorithm change. And just when you think like you're on a steady path to growth, the algorithm would change and all of our rankings would drop. However, in 2020, when the pandemic hit, it gave me time to stop and take a look at the legal landscape and find out, what are my competitors? What are all these other law firms doing to spend money in marketing? And what are the areas maybe they're not considering? In my local service area for Hampton Law, I began to realize I was competing with more than 60 other criminal defense law firms for both the same organic search terms, but I was also competing on all of the ads in order to try to generate leads. But then I learned that YouTube was the second largest search engine in the world. And I began to search through YouTube, and I found that where 60 plus other law firms were competing under Google, I only saw 2 law firms actually creating any type of video content. One of those attorneys had no idea what he was doing and he was getting no traction, and only one attorney in all of the North Texas area actually had any idea about how to create content to generate actual leads for the business. At that moment, I realized I had found the opportunity of a lifetime. I found a platform that was the second largest search engine in the world that none of my competitors were considering. All of my competitors were ignoring it. I knew I had to move forward and I had to take advantage of this before everyone else figured it out. This meant that, based solely upon the lack of competition on this platform, if I just sat down, started recording videos and putting them out onto YouTube, that my potential customers would start to find them because there was no one else to search for. So I dove in. Over the next 6 months, I created 75 videos. My strategy: I created practice area videos and I looked right at the camera and I treated them like a free consultation. By doing this, I was able to answer questions for people that are facing these type of charges. And if I treated it like a real consultation, the person on the other end of the camera would get to know my personality, and there was a decent chance they might call in for possible representation. The result? I started getting YouTube calls for my law firm in less than 3 months. At first, it was only a few calls, but I noticed something different and special. Unlike many of my cold calls from ads and from Google search, when these people would call in, they had already watched several of my videos. And I noticed that my conversion rates were 20 to 25% higher than traditional marketing measures, because this person on the phone had already watched me on a video, they had gotten to know me, they felt like they knew my personality, and they were 10 times more interested in hiring my law firm. I was excited. Maybe I had finally found a platform that could help me generate warm leads to help me grow my law firm. Over the next 6 months, I continued to create video after video, where then an additional 40 to 50 videos started to do something a little magical. I started noticing more and more YouTube calls, and then we got to the point where we were getting up to 75 calls per month. Now, mind you, I was getting all of this with less than 8,000 subscribers. Then, after creating 100 videos, something amazing happened. One of my videos went crazy. Literally, out of nowhere, one of my videos that had only received a few thousand views then skyrocketed to over 700,000 views. But then another video blew up. This forced me to stop what I was doing for a few minutes, sit down and analyze what was different about these two videos and what was I doing differently to allow me to reach such a large audience. This led me to the strategy that I now use with all of my consulting clients at YouTube Rainmakers. I am now going to give you the 5-step process you can use to leverage YouTube to blow up your business, and not just for a month or two, but for years to come. Step 1, start narrow in your content creation. When you first start a YouTube channel for your law firm, you should really consider a narrow content strategy. What do I mean by this? You don't have to go viral and you don't need to be chasing after views. It is tempting to believe you should be creating videos that attract everyone. But when you first start a YouTube channel, that is not your goal. You don't need everyone to see your channel. You just need the right people that need your services to watch your videos. Who are the right viewers here? It is people in your service area looking for a solution to a problem that they have that your law firm helps provide. The best way for you to do this is to start off by laying out the specific practice areas that you offer that make you the most money for your law firm. Then start creating content on those practice areas. And I want you to keep this really simple. Keep it super simple. All you have to do is get you a camera, even if it's just your phone, and then you need to look at that camera and you need to speak to the camera just like you would a possible consult, someone who comes into your office looking for a free consultation. Pretend that's who you're talking to and go through the list of things you would want to share with that prospective customer so that they can make the decision if they want to work with you. You are the expert in this situation, so you should share your expertise. Don't hold your content back. Let them know the most important things they need to know if they've been arrested. Let them know the big difference between a will and a trust. Let them know what steps they need to take to get their kids back. Whatever area of law that you practice, you need to share that expertise with them, because as you do so, they'll begin to lean in, listen to what you say, and realize that you're different than the actual mindset that they have about most attorneys, that it's real easy for them to think that attorneys are just trying to grab the money and they won't share the solutions to the problems. When you do it this way, when you share it the way I'm discussing here, you'll begin to create trust with the viewer. So when you first start your YouTube channel, the goal is to start narrow. Cover the practice areas you know that you provide and can make you money, and exhaust them. Literally go through frequently asked questions, lay all of those out, and put them out on YouTube. And it's only after you've fully exhausted those narrow content areas that you can start talking about going broader and trying to gather more views. Number 2, it's important that you SEO your videos for practice area and geography. Now that you've recorded a few of your practice area videos and you're ready to put them on YouTube, it's really important that you optimize these videos on YouTube for search. How do you do this? You look up the Google Keyword Planner. For example, I have an aggravated assault in Texas video, and if I wanted to optimize that video, I would go to the Google Keyword Planner, as you see up here on the top left. I would go to Discover New Keywords, and now I can type in different things here. I can type in aggravated assault lawyer, aggravated assault in Texas. I could say aggravated assault lawyer Fort Worth. Then I click on the results tab, and what does it tell me? It tells me aggravated assault lawyer has 1,000 to 10,000 searches, average monthly searches. It also shows me that more specific ones like aggravated assault in Texas or aggravated assault lawyer Fort Worth, this is how many exact searches that I would expect to see that people are making. It also tells me the competition level. It shows me exactly what people are searching for, and it gives me other ideas of different keyword options that I could click on and see what type of actual volume that we might receive from this. This gives you an exact level of the amount of searches that are being done by people on Google so that you can copy this over, and I'll show you next. Now, I just showed you the Google Keyword Planner, and we found a number of keywords that work really well that could go with this video. Now you see my aggravated assault in Texas, how to beat your case. And this is really an old video that I just continue to update. It's been out there for a really long time. But if you go down, what do we see? We go down here, and what do we find? What are some of the tags that we use? Aggravated assault deadly weapon, aggravated assault lawyer, aggravated assault attorney, Fort Worth assault lawyer. These are high volume keywords that I know from the Google Keyword Planner that will allow me, if I put them in the tags, and notice what I put in the description section here, aggravated assault, serious bodily injury, aggravated assault, deadly weapon. I'm loading it up with a good number of keywords from the Google Keyword Planner. So including in the title itself, aggravated assault in Texas. This makes it 10 times more likely that when people are doing searches, and in fact, I'm going to go right over, let's see if we can find this. If I do a search, aggravated assault lawyer in, let's see, aggravated assault in Texas. Even though this is extremely old, even though this is an extremely old video that's out there, you still see it ranks. So this video ranks on the first page, and it gets a number of calls because of where it's located on this page. And you could find that with a number. Notice there's other videos down here that involve me as well. That's me. And so as you begin to go through and you find this video is also me, as you can see, if you continue to watch it, that's actually my partner, Fulgham Law Firm, that as you actually optimize your video, I'll show you, you optimize the video and you start playing it.
I'm Jeff Hampton with the Fulgham.
There you see me right there. You begin to optimize your videos. Now you are the first one that comes up on the video search. And that can actually increase your findability. You want to be found by people who are looking for you, as well as, I'm going to show you one more thing. Let's say we go to Google itself. If we actually just go, to YouTube. If we go to YouTube and we do a search, and let's say we're looking for aggravated assault lawyer in Texas. And what do we find? There it is. This is literally the second video in line right here is the same video I showed you. So notice if someone is doing a search on YouTube, what did they do? Because I optimized my video, I am one of the top videos that's here. It has more views than any of these other videos, 17,000, which means what? It also means that, oh, look how terrible that video is. It does not have to be a great video. You can see it didn't have a haircut. It was awful. But even though it was a terrible video, I outranked the other ones. I have higher social proof. This continues to bring me business. I get phone calls from this particular video 3.5 years later, and it's made me over $700,000 because of following these very simple steps. Step number 3, make it easy for people to find you. We are making some good progress here, but as you begin to implement these steps, it's really important. You need to make it as easy as possible for people to find you. If you miss this step, it will cost you dozens and dozens, and over time, hundreds and thousands of leads. It's amazing how it can take an hour or 2 hours scripting the video, coming up with a title and a thumbnail, putting all this work into a video, and people actually even watch it, and they have no idea how they can reach out to you to hire you. Make it super easy for people to hire you. And one of the best ways to do this, if you're a criminal defense attorney or you do any other type of law, family lawyer, estate planning, no matter what you do, is put your phone number on the screen. For example, I want you to notice one of the videos that I do. I pulled up one of my videos and notice what I have at the top left-hand portion of every one of my videos. The name of my law firm and a direct contact number. And what you want to do is you can use a call tracking number here so you'll know where those calls are coming from. And as the person, you're never selling anyone, you're never telling them to call you, but as you speak and you share value with people, guess what happens? Subliminally, the entire time they see that phone number that's up there on the top left portion, and you give them the easy opportunity to call you and work with you. The next thing you want to do is make it crystal clear in your description how someone can reach out to you. This is actually an example from my asset protection law firm channel. And I want you to notice here I am, here's my thumbnail, and notice what I do. Work with me. Protect your rental real estate from greedy lawyers. And I give them the exact website they can go to, schedule a free consultation to get answers. You never want to put more than 1 or 2 call to actions on your description, but you want to make it very clear the options available so that they can immediately reach out to you and they know it's an option to work with you. I have seen the implementation of these strategies alone helped some of my consulting clients dramatically increase the amount of leads they are getting from their YouTube channels. So don't forget, make it easy for the viewer to work with you. Number 4, go broad to build your brand. Once you completely exhaust all of your practice areas in your narrow content strategy, and you've added all of your search engine optimization for every one of your videos, you can now start to go broader in your content. And when I say go broad, what you can do is now mix your expertise with pop culture. A classic example of this was the arrest of Tyreek Hill. Now, when Tyreek Hill was arrested, what happened? Well, many people wondered if it was legal or if it was illegal. And we have a traffic stop involved. We have police officers involved. So if you're a criminal defense lawyer, what does that do? It's a classic example of you being able to talk about constitutional law, traffic stops, and what police can and cannot do, and what Tyreek Hill could do in order to protect himself if he ended up brought into court. So now you can combine pop culture, things that are trending, with your expertise, and where in the middle is where people are going to want to watch your content. I've seen this also work for CPAs. CPA can turn around, and we have a recent presidential election. One of the things they could do is take the tax positions of each candidate and how it's going to personally affect their viewer. This will gain broad appeal. This means more viewers, potentially more subscribers, and it will help you grow your channel. This is a good thing, but it's not the main thing. Remember, as a law firm owner, you are starting a YouTube channel to grow your business and to help gain more leads for future revenues. So as a result of this, don't go broad until you've fully exhausted all the narrow content options you have for your practice areas. Because once you go broad, it's very difficult to go narrow again. Finally, number 5, become an authority in your field and monetize your brand. Finally, as you grow your brand, your channel, your reach, and your influence, you'll find that other creators and possibly other business owners will want to collaborate with you. You may even start hearing from businesses that may want to sponsor one of your videos so that you have an opportunity to introduce your viewers to their content. You will also start making money from YouTube for creating videos for your business. This is known as AdSense. How much can you make from this? It's actually kind of amazing. Some of the biggest creators on YouTube with like 1 million+ subscribers can easily make $300,000 to $750,000 or more per year just from the ad revenue on their channels. But even as a lawyer, where I'm only creating these videos in order to generate more revenues for my business, I have many times been able to generate 5 figures per month in ad revenue and easily up to 6 figures per year. But more importantly, you need to see your law firm YouTube channel as the media arm of your law firm. Essentially, you now have an audience that you have a responsibility to both educate, to nurture, and to sell your services to as you grow your influence. So what are you waiting for? There is no better time to start your law firm YouTube channel than right now. Time to hit record and start your journey. Will it take patience? Yes. Will it take commitment? Absolutely. But there are a few shortcuts you could consider. At YouTube Rainmakers, we offer 3 ways that we can help. The first option is I actually reverse engineered all of my processes from day 1 till today, and I put it into a comprehensive course that will walk you through step by step so you don't have to make the mistakes that I made. And I didn't leave anything out. I covered everything that I did that took me from 0 views to over 330,000 subscribers, 17 million views per month, as well as an additional $2 million in revenue per year. The second option is we actually offer one-on-one coaching. If you already have a YouTube channel and you just feel like you're being stuck and maybe you need to find your way to the next level and to really optimize what you're doing, we offer Rainmaker consulting options for you. Number 3, and the final option, and I'm most excited about this in the future, is we're actually also offering a full agency model. We do the actual thumbnails, the titles, everything from start to finish. All you have to do is record the content, including all the editing. So that way you have an opportunity to consider growing your law firm and not sit on the sidelines while all of your competitors are considering jumping in. But even if you aren't sure if you're ready, I want to give you a free resource to help you get started on YouTube today. A resource that will help you start investing in yourself and in your law firm by investing in a YouTube channel. Click down in the description below and I'm happy to share this resource with you today. So what are you waiting for? There's no better time to get started on YouTube than today.